Most of you folks know about Saint Valentine, the Christian martyr or martyrs that the 14th February is named after, but what else do you know? Valentine's Day traces its roots to the ancient Roman pagan feast day Lupercalia, which was celebrated on February 15 to honor Lupercus, the god of fertility and husbandry. He was believed to be a mighty hunter who protected the Romans and livestock from wolves. The day before the festival in Lupercus' honor, February 14th, teenaged girls would write their names on small pieces of paper called billets, and drop them into a container. Adolescent boys would then randomly choose from it the name of a young girl, and the two would become a couple for the day, engaging in erotic games at parties celebrated throughout Rome. For the rest of the year, they would remain sexual partners. Also, the Luperci, male priests, would run about Rome, clothed in loincloths made from sacrificed goats and smeared in their blood, striking women with febria, fawns made from skins of the sacrificed goats. The Luperci believed the floggings purified women and guaranteed their fertility and ease of childbirth. February derives from febra or means of purification. To the Romans, February was also sacred to Juno Februata, the goddess of febris, fever, of love, and of women and marriage. These customs were observed in the Roman Empire for centuries. In AD 494, Pope Gelasius renamed the festival of Juno Februata as the Feast of the Purification of the Virgin Mary. The date of its observance was later changed from February 14 to February 2, then changed back to the 14. It is also known as Candlemas, the presentation of the Lord, the purification of the Blessed Virgin, and the feast of the presentation of Christ in the temple. After Emperor Constantine had made the Roman Church's brand of Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire AD 325, church leaders wanted to do away with the pagan festivals. Lupercalia was high on their list, but the Roman citizens thought otherwise. Powerless to get rid of Lupercalia, Pope Gelasius instead changed it from February 15 to the 14th and called it Saint Valentine's Day. To the Greeks, from whom the Romans had copied most of their mythology, Lupercus was known as Pan, the god of light. The Phoenicians worshipped the same deity as Baal, the sun god. Baal was one of many names or titles for Nimrod, a mighty hunter, especially of wolves. He was also the founder and first lord of Babel, General 10:1012. Defying God, Nimrod was the originator of the Babylonian mystery religion, whose mythologies have been copied by the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, and a multitude of other ancient peoples. Under different names or titles M-Pen, Lupercus, Saturn, Osiris M-Nimrod is the strong man and hunter-warrior god of the ancients. But what does this have to do with us today? Why should we be concerned with what happened in the past? Is it possible to whitewash or Christianize pagan practices? The Church at Rome attempted this. Regarding Valentine's Day, instead of putting the names of girls into a box, both boys and girls drew the names of saints. It was then each child's duty to emulate the life of the saint he or she had drawn. This was Rome's vain attempt to Christianize a pagan observance. Though the Church had banned the sexual lottery, young men continued practicing a much toned-down version, sending women whom they desired handwritten romantic messages containing Saint Valentine's name.